as he pushes the floor polisher closer, and when he thinks it's as close as it's going to get, he bangs on the door. The floor polisher doesn't slow down. Of course it doesn't, because the janitor will be wearing earmuffs, and there could be 100 kids banging from 100 lockers, and this guy wouldn't have the slightest idea. He keeps hammering at the door. The floor polisher is now on its way in the other direction. He gives it everything he has, because if he doesn't, he's going to die in here. And if he doesn't die, he'll at least go mad. And maybe, just maybe, if the janitor can't hear him, he will at least see the door rattling. Which might be what happens, because the floor polisher stops moving, and the motor slows and dies, and then there are footsteps. Through the vent, he can see heavy brown shoes come to a stop in front of him. Lucas gives the door one last whack and says, "Please, please help me." The feet come closer, and the janitor asks, "What is this? Are you pulling some kind of prank on me?" His voice is low and slow and confused sounding. Lucas has never spoken to the guy before, but he's heard other students calling him Simple Simon. "No prank. I got locked in here. Please, you have to help me." "Damn kids," the janitor says, and he taps on the door. "This one?" "Yes." "What's the combination?" "I don't know it." "How can you not know?" "It's not my locker." "What kind of boy gets himself thrown into somebody else's locker?" One who can't stand up for himself, Lucas thinks. One who is smaller than the boys putting him in here. One who doesn't have any friends to help him. One who's shy and tries to keep himself to himself. One whose parents don't even like spending time with him. Instead of any of those, he says, "Can you just get help?" "There's nobody to get," the janitor says. He taps his knuckles against the door, and Lucas imagines him looking at it like it's some kind of puzzle to solve. "Let me get something I can pry it with. Wait here." Lucas isn't sure if that last part is a joke, and figures it isn't, since the guy sounds genuinely put out by it all. The footsteps fade. He counts them until they disappear. Then he counts off 2 long minutes where he becomes convinced the janitor isn't going to return. But then he does. Lucas counting the footsteps as they get louder. "Okay, this might be loud," the janitor says, and before Lucas can get his fingers into his ears, the crowbar bangs heavily into the locker. Metal squeaks against metal, and slivers of light appear around one side of the door as it twists. Those slivers turn into cracks. The tip of a crowbar comes into view, then disappears and comes back, able to take a bigger bite now. More squeaking as the door twists, then it folds around the lock and pops open. The need to get out is so urgent he panics when he can't. He can't because he's been stuck in this position for so long his back and legs have locked. He looks up at the janitor. "Help me." The janitor is a guy around 30, a little over 6 foot, but skinny like Lucas, with hollowed-in cheeks framed by a short beard and long fingers topped off with dirty nails. A name tag sewn into his overalls tells the world his name is Simon, meaning the kids calling him Simple Simon are at least half right. He stares unblinking at Lucas for a few moments, then offers a hand with the 3rd and 4th fingers missing. Rumour being he bit them off when growing up in an insane asylum. Of course, there's no truth to the rumour.